Hotep everyone, this is week number 5 of the Pagan blog project, and surprisingly enough, I still have a voice. Despite the fact that I've already recorded 5, 15, 25, somewhere around 40, somewhere around 50, almost an hour's worth of video so far. And I've been drinking Diet Coke, not Pepsi, instead of water, so I'm surprised that my voice is still alive, but apparently it is. So, week 5 is letter C. And this was actually the blog that I was supposed to do last night. So that means that after this video, I will be totally caught up, which is great, because it means I won't have to do 5 videos in a row again. So, for the letter C, I picked the word community. And the reason why I picked the word community is because community and fellowship are very, very integral parts of my personal faith. I guess I should go back just a little bit. When I first became a pagan, one of the things that was kind of missing from my practice was that sense of camaraderie, that, group setting, that ability to meet with others, that, really just that community. And I know now that there are, other ways, even as, a Wiccan or an eclectic pagan, to, derive that sense of community. For me, I went to YouTube. That's how I got my community. That's how I was introduced to, video chatting, and that's how I met my boyfriend of 4+ years. But, it just wasn't quite the same as having, like an established temple or church. And it's kind of interesting because, I don't really like really, really super structured, established religion at all. I feel like the real spirituality of it all gets kind of lost in all of the politics of it. But, to a degree, it really does keep things together. So when I found the house, it was like, crazy amazing, because here was this temple that was in place. It did have a structure to it, but it wasn't like choking your individuality. You know what I mean? It isn't like, this is what you believe, this is what you have to do, and that's that, or you're out. It wasn't like, we're going to pass the offering plate around and you have to put money in it, because if you don't, we're not going to say anything to you, but all those people around you that see you not putting a check on that plate are going to be judging you the whole freaking time. I hated that about established religions. The one thing I really, really enjoyed about Jehovah's Witnesses, because I did study with them for over a year, is that they don't do that. They have a little box at the back of the church, and if you want to go and put money in there afterwards, or secretively, or whatever, you can do that. But there was no plate passing. Freaking hated that plate passing. I mean, I was young at the time, but I could still see how, messed up that is. It's like, what if you don't have the money to give? It's horrible. Why do you want to stage that stuff either? It's not about showing how much you can give. It's about the giving itself. And that's a whole other rant that I'm probably going to save for another video, but the whole C for charity. Next week's video will be C for charity. Yay for me coming up for ideas. Anyway, so when I came to the house, I was really enthralled with that. I mean, it was kind of bad in the sense that, we really do need a lot of money, and we're probably not getting anywhere near as much as what we need. But that idea that, you don't have it breathing down your neck every 2 seconds about, donating money and stuff like that. I do it anyway, but I do it because I can, and because I care. So, I can, I care, I have it. Okay. Yeah, there you go. But there's some people that don't. Should they be ostracized? Should they be cut off? No. They have just as much, to gain from being in this faith as anyone else, and, they're just as welcome. So, when I came into this community, it was a totally different experience for me, because I'd never done anything really religious in a group setting in person since being a Christian. And, I gave up Christianity at 13, I believe. So, it was a very new experience for me. And it was also kind of scary because, for my first gathering that I came to, it was for the day of chewing onions for Bast. And it was being organized by Shafit Bast and a couple other Shemsu. And it was going to be in state over from me. So, I was in college at the time. Still living with my parents. They had no idea about any of this stuff. And I was going to this gathering in state over. I don't even remember what I told them I was doing. Whatever. But, so I went to state over, and I'd never met any of these people before. The only thing I knew about them was what was on forums. And honestly, I will say 100% that is a huge risk. Huge. I had my cell phone on me real close by the whole time. It's like, if anything fishy happens, I am out. For someone with anxiety, that's a crazy thing to do. But I did it. I guess I was just that longing for, community, something that I had been missing. When I got there, everyone was just amazing and so just accommodating and friendly and everything, and it was so great. It was so great. I had crash space. I had people that wanted to know more about me, were interested in meeting me and everything, and it was just like, this is what I've been missing. This is what I really needed, just people to share my faith with, people that have similar, if not the same, beliefs as my own, that I don't have to feel self-conscious around about it, that I can talk freely about this stuff with, and I know aren't going to be judging me. And that's important sometimes, to just have a group of people that share your beliefs, that you can openly discuss things with and hang out with and be friends with, and not have to worry that you're getting on their nerves or they're going to judge you for it, etc., etc. And the same could be said for many other things like politics and whatnot, as other people that share, things that you believe or stand for. But for me, in religion, it was a really big deal that, I had been missing this, and now I had found it. The community in Kemetic Orthodoxy is just beyond anything that I could have asked for or expected. Everyone is just so helpful and generous and genuinely interested in you and genuinely caring about who you are and what you're going through. And, everybody really wants to see each other and wants to, gather and everything and talk to each other. It's so much more than what I ever could have expected from a faith that I found on the internet. Because, a lot of what we do in the house is through the internet. So it makes you think, well, this must be an internet religion. It's not an internet religion. It doesn't just exist on the internet. It's just a religion that uses the internet as a tool to connect with its members because of the geographic distribution of our membership. It's not that easy to talk to people in Peru and set up an in-person gathering with people in Peru when you're in Pennsylvania. It's just not that easy. But the internet, offers that ability. Another thing with community I guess I can discuss is, and this video is probably going to go over a little bit, I don't really care. With community is the idea that, a lot of us in the northeast portion of the United States that are a member of the House have the ability to meet on a relatively regular basis, once every month, once every couple months. We'll get together and we'll hang out and we'll do something. Whether it be, ritual related, holiday related, or just because you want to go to a Renaissance fair, sure, why not? So we have the ability to do that. But there are other members in the house that a lot of the time I just feel so almost like it's not fair. It's just not fair for them that they don't have the same ability to do that as I do, living where I live. And yeah, Sorry about that. My screensaver wanted to come on again. But anyway, I just felt bad about it, you know? So, the idea is what can we do to make things a little more interactive, a little more community oriented for those of us that really can't go to in-person gatherings. And my idea was video chatting. Why? Because it's a platform that I've used before. It's something that worked really, really, really well before. It's the way that I met my boyfriend, you know. I kindled that relationship over the internet, and it's been going for 4+ years. It must be pretty good. So, I suggested video chats, and myself and my boyfriend Cody, whose name in the house is Perry or Perry Sekhmet, decided to take it upon ourselves to lead weekly video chats and stickam for our temple. And some people have really, gotten to like that. It hasn't caught on as much as I wish it would. I think people are kind of intimidated by the concept of being on video. And I've tried to kind of emphasize that, you don't have to show up on cam, you don't have to use a microphone, you can just exist in chat. That's just fine. But for the people that do partake in it, it just adds a completely new element. There are people that I talk to there that's just like, I never would have expected them to be the way that they are on video because of, the way that text is. I mean, when you're reading someone's text and seeing their profile picture, it's like you lose so much. You lose tone of voice, you lose attitude, you lose facial expressions, and it's like people can be so easily misconstrued in that type of a way. So you expect one personality based upon someone's writing style, and then you interact with them on a video and you're like, wow, they're a really cool person. I thought they were kind of douchey before. I mean, not saying that was the case, but that could be the case. If you read someone's stuff and they sound like a total douche, and then you talk to them on video chat, and it's like, that's a pretty cool person. Like, you never would have known that had you not taken that leap to video chat. And in a group setting, it's a little less intimidating. It's not like you're one-on-one calling someone on Skype. It's whoever's in there, is in there. There might be a couple other people. So it's a little less intimidating in that sense. You don't have to dock on cam, but other people are on cam. Then, it's like eventually, you'll see, oh, well, they're comfortable. Maybe I'll try it out. So I really wish more people would take advantage of that. And I'm hoping that with one of our community organized holidays coming up, that more people will choose to partake in that. And I will be leading, a lot of video fellowship services for that portion. So, but yeah, community is just something that I feel like I lacked a lot as a solitary Wiccan and as a solitary eclectic pagan, and it's something that I've really found so much more of now being a part of the house and really feeling, a part of my temple. It's just beyond great, and it's awesome. So it's about 13:38, so I'm gonna stop the video here, and you will get a new video from me next week about charity. That nice little topic I came up with during this video. So next week is C for Charity, and I will see you then, and Snap tea.